Brilliance Audio presents The Synthetic Age, Outdesigning Evolution, Resurrecting Species, and Reengineering Our World by Christopher J. Preston. Performed by Scott Merriman. Democracy is not just the stripping away of old hierarchies. It means making the world together. Jedediah Purdy, After Nature. Introduction. Whoever you are, a scientist or painter, a farmer or philosopher, a young mother or wrinkled grandparent, a radical shift in how you look at the world typically begins with a single moment of awakening. In one instant, something happens that crystallizes a whole set of thoughts and observations into a shocking new realization. Such a moment happened for me not long ago off a remote Alaskan coastline in the company of a grizzled fishing boat captain named Walt. It was 2 p.m., and I was perched on the back deck of a 42-foot boat with a nasty-looking gaff in my hand, watching a quarter-mile of fishing line emerge from the sea. "You ready?" Walt demanded. "When a fish comes up, you need to be quick." I nodded and shuffled my feet to make sure they were gripping the deck firmly, hoping not to screw up my first attempt at landing an Alaskan halibut destined for the commercial market. "You don't want to lean over too far," Walt added, "or one of the big suckers will pull you in. They fight like hell when they come to the surface." I signaled my understanding and tightened my fingers on the boat's rail. The halibut in the waters off Alaska can weigh twice as much as a man and can cause havoc on a small boat. Some fishermen put a bullet in the halibut's brain before hauling it aboard to avoid risking injury when the fish starts thrashing around on deck. With my heart thudding in my chest, I looked down to where the dripping line was emerging from the sea, just in time to see a huge oval shape sweep into view. 9 hours after the silhouette of that first fish appeared alongside our boat, we pulled into a remote cove in the shadow of Mount Fairweather. Below deck, the fish hold was packed with 1,000 pounds of our quarry, their cleaned-out bellies stuffed full of shaved ice. As we glided into the cove, a brown bear on the beach looked up from a salmon gripped between two giant paws, and then quickly returned to his meal. After the anchor was set and the captain killed the noisy diesel engine, only the water lapping against our hull and a few shrieks from passing gulls broke the heavy liquid silence. It was nearly midnight, and I was exhausted from working all afternoon with the heavy fish. But in the northern twilight, I sat for a long moment on the back deck in my sweaty fishing gear and took in the mountains, the glaciers, and the fading outline of the bear on the beach. Mentally and physically worn down by the work, a sad realization washed over me. I finally grasped what it meant to say that humans have utterly transformed the earth. Besides our boat, there were no signs of people in any direction. These beautifully sculpted fish had been taken from some of the most remote coastal waters in North America, waters teeming with species and numbers found in few other places. If there was anywhere left on Earth where some semblance of pristine nature could still be found, it would be in a place like this. Yet the glistening white flesh of the halibut we had pulled from the ocean, cleaned meticulously with our knives and stacked on ice below decks, was not pristine. It contained enough mercury spewed from Chinese coal-fired power plants 4,000 miles away that U.S. Food and Drug Administration numbers suggested a safe consumption limit of only 3 small portions a month. Pregnant women and small children should eat even less. As someone whose regular job involved teaching college students about environmental issues, I already knew in the abstract that there were no longer any places left on Earth untouched by industrial pollution. Although this information had lodged somewhere in my brain, I clearly had not fully processed it.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?